Hi, hello, and good morning to you all. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's a bit of a special day for me today. I was approached by Sam from Sample Designs to see if I would like to join her design team. And it took me a couple of seconds to think, yes, I would love to. And so this is my first design team project for Sample Designs. Um, I think there's about 8 of us in the group on the design team. So we do one project or something with Sam's Digitals once in 8 weeks. So that's quite doable for me because I do get a bit anxious about doing projects for people, that I tend to take on a lot and then they back up with me. So this is my very first project for Sam and I'm really pleased how it turned out. So I hope you're going to like it. I've used a few of her kits. I've used Shabby Christmas photos, which are these. I've still got some left over, and these are just absolutely gorgeous. They are just such a delight to use. I've really enjoyed those. So I'm going to hang on to those because I've got other things that I'd like to do with them. So I just haven't put them away yet. I used the Shabby Christmas photos. I've used the Victorian Christmas with ephemera and Christmas labels, winter greens and vintage doilies. So I've used a really good mixture, and I decided to make, because I love making these, one of the fabric spined journals. These are inspired for me by Susie from the Shabby Soul, and I've made a few now and I just really enjoy them. So this is what I've made. It measures about 8 inches tall, and I think it's about 4.5 wide, so 8 tall by 4.5 wide, and it's similar to the one that I made a little while ago, the Halloween one. So it's a similar sort of style, but obviously they turn out differently when you use different papers. So for this one I've put a red spine on it because it is Christmas. There are a couple of jingle bells in there, and if you can hear them, and I've put a little dangle on there. I think they're either Christmas roses or poinsettias, I'm not sure. And I've tied it with a gold thread ribbon. So that you can take that all the way off if you like, but if I didn't want to cover this too much. So this is one of the images, I think, from Winter Greens, and I've put a little card in there, and that's from the Victorian Christmas. So again, they matched really well together. This actually opens, not that bit, this bit actually opens, and then in there's one of the photos from Winter Greens, and I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of really old style, vintage kids having a vintage kids. You tell I'm nervous, can't you? Victorian children, I think, playing in the snow, and it looks really deep snow. So I put that on the inside there. So that's just a little flip pocket. And I've put some, it's actually from a packet of a birthday card over there. So it does crinkle a little bit. Okay, so that's on the front. And then when we open it, we start with the pages. So there's 6 turning pages, if you know what I mean. So that makes 12 sides. So I think these papers are the Winter Greens, and then there's a mix of the Winter Greens and Victorian Christmas. If there's a specific one that you want to know which kit it's from, give me a shout. Obviously this is one of the Shabby Christmas photos, and I've backed it with the vintage doilies because I just wanted something plain so that you can write on them, and it reminded me of snow, the beautiful snowflakes that we get. And then I've used one of the labels that says "'Tis the season." I love those little kids' shoes, beautiful. So that goes up in there. And then on this side, I've just put some extra little, some of the labels that I had left over. So there's a Santa, 25th of December, the Angel, special delivery. So they can be used to decorate. And I just stuck one of the labels on there, and I've just stuck it on 3 sides so that it can be a little pocket. And then this is one of the papers from the kits, and it's either, I think that's from Victorian Christmas because the little kid's in bed there. And then again, one of the Shabby photos, Christmas photos on there, and one of the labels that comes with the kits on there, and again the doilies, and I think that's a poinsettia, isn't it? So I thought I liked that spread. I thought that was nice. I might try and do one of these. I have got other videos where I've made these kinds of journals, but I might try and do kind of a start to finish, because I've had a few people ask me. I will put the links below for the previous ones that I've made. But they're all kind of the same format, but obviously when you use different papers, they look so much different, and I really enjoy them. So on this one, so what I was going to say was these backgrounds is one of the journal pages that I've cut and used 2 of it so that those pages match, and I've done that throughout this. Does that make sense? I've just cut it in half. Okay, so again, the backgrounds is 1 page, so it matches, look, with a beautiful winter scene just there. And I've made a pocket out of a piece of the paper I had left over and one of the Christmas tags. And then this is from the Victorian Christmas as well, with the Christmas pudding. Looks like he's going to enjoy that. And you might have him just peeping out there. And then here, again, the page, and that was a little bit left over from one of the other pages, and it says sleigh rides, beautiful Christmas tree. And again, this is one of the journal pages that I've just cut and used as a tall tag and put some snowy, lacy, netty stuff at the bottom there. And that just tucks up there. So each page has a tag or something. So this was actually on this paper, but I printed it again and did it as a pocket because I just thought it's just so beautiful. And again, I've put a little one of the tags there. And again, that's from one of the journal pages. And then it's got the pudding on the back and then some extra journaling space just there. I love this spotty sari silk that I got. You know when you order something and you think it's not going to be what you think it was? Well, that was what I thought it was, and it was lovely. And I'd like to try and get some more of it. I don't think I'm quite in the right place. There we go, that's gone in. So beautiful pocket there. In the middle, I have put a little journal. It's not decorated, it's got nothing on it, but I'm going to include, you know, some bits and pieces, especially some of these smaller ones with this so that people can decorate it. You know, some of the leftovers can just be used to decorate it. So I'll include those as well. So this, I think, is from the Winter Greens, and I've just cut it down and I've just put together, I've stuck 2 pieces together. So that's the vintage doilies. So it's just a little bit heavier there. And then I've just used the pages that I had left over. Again, that's one of the photos. This is the vintage Christmas as well. It was a different paper that Sam just put out with nice checks on it that it just went really nicely. She just released it at the right time for me to just back a couple of pieces. Just some paper there, some tea-dyed paper, again, from the kit. So there's lots of room for you to do something with this. Some German book page there. So lots and lots of room. And this little journal is tied in so that you can just take it out when you're finished and replace it next year for something else if you wanted to. So as I say, I've not really decorated it, but there's lots and lots of room. This is one of her newer papers. Isn't it beautiful? It just went so nicely. And of course, that's why she did it, because it was to go with the Victorian Christmas paper. Jingle bells there. You can see it's just tied in with a bit of ribbon. It is stitched together with 3-hole pamphlet stitch, so the pages aren't going to come out, but this can just slip out. And then in the back, it just carries on, just the pages. I didn't cut any down. I just didn't want to lose any writing space. So lots and lots in there. I don't know how many pages there are in it actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Vintage doilies. There's about 14, 15. So if there's 15, that makes 60 sides. Okay, and then this in here, beautiful page, and that actually goes with that one. so those two pages are the same kit page. I've put some ribbon, it's not ribbon, it's lace on there. And then again, I've just used one of the labels and a piece of the paper I had left over. It's avocado dyed paper there. And that just slips behind. I didn't want to cover those people up by putting a pocket on them. So I just put lace so that you can still see them through there. And those people are being watched by the deer. Out for a stroll on a moonlit evening, probably. Then here, again, this page and this page go together. Beautiful images again there with the little sparrows. I didn't want to cover them. Are they sparrows or are they coal tits? They could be coal tits. Could be coal tits, I think, actually. Yeah, not sparrows. I'm not very good on birds. So I've just put a little belly band at the top, and then I've just made this out of a piece of the kit page that was left over, little ruffle on the bottom, and then just some extra little bits of paper that can be used. And of course you can replace this as well. And then that just slips over the belly band. And again, I just didn't want to stick anything on those beautiful birds. This is just a flip out that's attached to this, so it goes underneath. And then that just flips out. So here we've got a couple of journal cards that I've made. And these again are the Shabby Christmas photos. Just a couple of little, you see, they do look like snowflakes, don't they? A couple of pockets just there. You can write on this if you wanted to, or you could add another pocket to it if you wanted to. So that then you can see folds out. Pulling that's the pocket. I fussy cut that out of one of the kit pages and backed it because I just thought with the different layers it made a really nice pocket, and then I've just added a couple of tags to it so it looks like there's all sorts of tags going on there, but there is only the two. Don't do what I did and forget that's just part of the pocket. Isn't she beautiful? Again, one of the Santa, one of the Christmas labels. Here, this is one of the pockets that comes with the Victorian Christmas ephemera pack, and I've just made that into a pocket there. Little bits all over the place, and I've cut that little girl out and put a label on there, to and from. And then I've added a couple of labels on there as well, St Nicholas and Noel. And then over the back here, you can see that's the same kit page look because it matches the flower. So again, this pocket is from the ephemera kit, and then I've used a couple of the Shabby Christmas photos to go in there. Oh, they're just gorgeous. And you could add labels. I could have carried on adding all sorts, but I do like to leave things for somebody else to add their own little take to it. This is a pocket on here. So that lady comes out, and I think that must be the Victorian Christmas. It could be winter greens though. These are winter greens. Again, that's backed. That just tucks in there. And then there's a label there with Santa on his sledge with all his toys. And then that was a piece of the kit page that I had left over, and I've put Merry and Bright on it. And that just fits in the top of that narrow pocket there. So I think it's surprising how much writing space you can add to these. And then on the back, isn't that just beautiful? So that's one of the kit pages, and it says compliments of the season down there. And then inside there, I've put the other photograph that comes, and that's two little girls dressed up nice and warm sledging. And that just fits in the back in there. So that is my first design team project for Sample Designs. Sam, I hope you like it. I really had fun making this, but I do like this style of journal. They come together quite quickly. I do stitch them together slightly differently now that I've kind of, I guess, you know, I followed Susie from Shabby Soul, how she did it, and then I've kind of tweaked it to suit how I do. I don't know if you can see, but it is zigzagged. It's stitched down there in a zigzag stitch that holds all the three pieces together, so it won't come apart. So yeah, I hope you like it. I will list the kits below that I've used. Sam, thank you so much for asking me to be part of your team. I hope you like what I've made. I like it. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet. It won't be my Etsy shop just at the moment. I'm just not sure what I'm doing with it. But thank you so much for watching and joining me today. And I hope that you try and make one of these as well. So take care, everyone. See you later. Bye bye.